Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
And we are back again with our favorite hypnotherapist, Michelle Snider, and also Terry Scrivner joining us here today. They're from Kentucky, both again clinical hypnotherapists and owners and operators of their own company. It's called Hypnosis and You. That's the website, hypnosisandyou.com. Welcome back to the show today. How are we?
Thank you. Good.
Oh, excited because we're on the podcast as well as on the Zoomcast. So those of us on the Zoomcast may be able to say, "Hey, what's that? What do you got there, Michelle? Is his name Willie? Who is that?"
Yes. Yeah, that's not name. That's not name. That's how you spell release. W-I-L-L-I-E. Release.
Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Okay, ventriloquist as well.
Yeah, I am. I'm doing good with her, ain't I?
I love it. Well, let me ask you to start, because right, if you see Willie, you got to ask right away. What does Willie and hypnosis have in common?
Well, actually, I've been doing this all my life. I've been doing hypnosis all my life, Jill. What happens? I tell you what happens when people start talking back to me and they're answering my questions, and you know good and well I ain't real. But they still keep talking to me anyways, because what happens is it reaches the subconscious, or that little child inside us all.
It
right?
does. It brought a smile to my face the moment I saw him. I had my notes ahead of time, so I knew we'd have Willie joining us. But really, the excitement in seeing him, in you, I should say,
Thank you.
I
Thank
could see,
you.
I can get it. So is that what happens with a lot of patients, right? They get this glow, they get this energy just from having Willie around.
Yeah, I take and I just start talking to him. He does. He takes, and I'll bring him in, and we always do this with permission, or per request. It doesn't happen every session. No, but I tell you one thing, I love it when she gets me out of that case. I'm telling you, because it's confining, and I hate to be confined. It's nice. You've got red velvet or red satin in there. It feels like a coffin. Oh, well, it's not. It's very nice. Is it soft? Yeah, it's soft. It's smelly though. Well, why is it smelly? Because my feet stink. What was that? My feet stink. Well, we'll wash them. I can help you with that. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. All right.
Well, so Willie comes and joins some of these sessions. Now, Willie, sometimes do people get embarrassed by you?
Yeah. Yeah, but you know what? I try to take the pressure out of that, and say, hey, it's okay. And I just start talking. Actually, I'll tell them something funny that happened to me, or something that was sometimes even a little embarrassing. And it kind of breaks the ice,
Give me an example. Break some ice.
Okay. All right. One time this guy we were in front of the whole group of people, probably about, 300, something like that. And I wasn't nervous, because I'm not nervous when I talk. She gets it. All right. Okay. Anyways, the guy's helping us out, and he's holding the microphone back and forth. And I'm watching him, and I'm talking, and I'm like, Michelle's talking, it's going back and forth. And finally, I just stopped the guy, and I said, hey, listen, I don't know if you know this or not, but one of us is talking. Just one. You don't have to keep moving that mic. That guy was so embarrassed. So that was embarrassing for him. But then I said, that's okay. That's okay. And then I said something lighthearted and tried to, switch that attention, so he wasn't embarrassed. And anyways, that was fun. I had to laugh, and everybody laughed. It was like, oh my God. It was crazy.
Well, you got
Right.
Terry and I both laughing here. I mean, look at this, the beaming glow on Terry's face
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I never thought about this. I've never heard of a hypnotherapist doing hypnosis along with someone like Willie. This makes amazing sense.
I don't know anybody. No, I don't know anybody that's doing that. No, I'm doing it. No, well, okay, you're doing it. All right.
And what about for people of all ages? Does Willie come out for?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. I've had older people that would go, oh my gosh, I can't believe he's not real. Because he seems so real.
Oh,
When I'm saying he, I'm talking about me. Just let you know. Okay. All right. I think she's got that. Okay.
I got what else, Willie, do you want to share?
Well, let's see. There's no age limit, like I said.
Mm-hmm.
And that is true. And one time there's this little girl and she had a hard time. She was about what, 11? Yeah, 11. Because she's kind of in the tween ages. She ain't teenager yet, but she's still wants to do the fun things little younger ones get to do.
Mm-hmm.
Things that Michelle does all the time. Okay, funny. Go ahead. Anyways, she just didn't want to come out, Jill. And I told her, I said, hey, listen, sometimes we have to do things that are uncomfortable. And then I asked, is there anything else that she's uncomfortable about? And she, I said, maybe something with your friend or you're meeting somebody new. And I start talking to her about that. And what I do is I get that distraction of what she thinks she's really here for and the nervousness of not knowing. And then we just get to talking, and before you know it, even the mom is sitting there with her head going back and forth, watching both of us talk.
Yeah.
And getting all wrapped up in that. You know what I mean?
Aww.
And it was so cool, and I made a friend.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Willie, I'm sure you have many great stories, made a lot of good friends. Is there any funny stories that you want to share with us? A true story about hypnosis, maybe, without disclosing the client, of course.
Sure, absolutely. Well, let's see. another time, the mom is always there or close by. We leave the door open, that kind of thing. Plus, we have the video going on so that if the mom is ever worried or the dad at any time, then they have it right there. So there's no question. That's right. And so anyways, the mom was so intrigued in what we were talking about. And me and Michelle do the audio, and we let them listen to it at night with their hypnosis.
Oh.
And so that sets into the little child, in all of us. And anyways, while I'm talking back and forth with the little girl, the mom is watching, but this mom didn't pay attention. I could hear that dog in the background. The dog was just barking and barking. And finally the mom, went and locked the dog up somewhere else and come back, and then the dog had made a mess in the living room. Okay. And the mom the next day calls and tells us that you're not going to believe this. That night, because she had cleaned it up, but that night when she was laying there with her daughter listening to that audio, she could still smell that dog, even though making a mess, even though it was already cleaned up. And so she said every time she got to that part in the audio, she could smell dog, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Willie, what do you love so much about talking to people like this and helping them with, tell me what it does for you.
Oh my gosh. it's very it's very fulfilling because I can take and I can make jokes. Yes, you can, and they're funny unless Michelle digs out an old one, and then it's not okay. All right, and then we take. Actually, it's really me. It's not her, but I let her get part of it. All right, and just the fulfillment of watching them change. Like if they have an issue with letting the dead or something like that, and it's hard for them to tell somebody, and that can go up to the teenage years, and then they can't leave their house, or they're too embarrassed.
I know. Really, I used to wet the bed until I was 13. I know. It was embarrassing. I'd go to my best friend's house next door and sleep there, and I'd wet the sleeping bag, and I'd have to come home in the middle of the night. My mother was a late bedwetter too, something that we have on our side of the family. And now my 6 and 8-year-old boys just stopped. So I'm hoping that they're going to be okay. But I know everybody goes through different things at different times in their lives, and it's good to know that you're not alone, right?
That's right. That's right, Jill. And I'm telling you, to know that, hey, that kid can now go to the friend's house. Don't have to worry. Take extra clothes and hope they don't notice,
Yeah.
That's something. And that's just one thing, Jill. That's not anything else. It's like maybe they have phobia, a fear of phobia, not something. Then I help them with that, and then they don't have to take it into adulthood.
Like fears of monsters, fears of bugs. What type of fears? Okay.
Yeah. So in whatever we do, see, when they're talking to me, Joe, they don't even, they're already in hypnosis. I don't have to say, watch my watch, like that. You don't have to do it. Because they're still in the imagination. If you ask them about imagination, they will go like, oh yeah, they're sitting right there next to us. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think I might be hypnotized right now because I'm so into you, Willie. And I'm believing every word you say. And you are my new friend. I love that there's 4 of us on the show today.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
Did you have any questions for me?
I do. This is my question. Could you see dating me when you was in school?
Well, wait, I don't even know how old you are, by the way, Willie. How old are you?
Well, that's a good question. I am 4 years old, but I've been that way for 61 years.
Wow. Well, you are a handsome little fella. So let's see, pre-K, kindergarten. I think I would have had a crush on you. Yeah. You're very cute. You're very handsome.
Thank you. And you're beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much.
And that smile.
Your smile and those beautiful teeth. Look at you. So animated and so lively. My goodness. Wow.
Well, mine's paint. Yours is what? Paint, light paint. Okay.
Oh.
So, you was gonna tell her something about what's happening on the 14th.
Oh, what's happening?
Yeah. It's you don't have the date, I'll leave your Valentine's date somewhere, because I want to wish you happy Valentine's Day. And also, all I can say is the person that's gonna be with you on Valentine's Day, they should bring you flowers and hold your hand. And that's all. I only have like a half an hour, so that's all I can.
Wait, what song is that? I know that song. Is that John Legend?
When I was your man. I don't know. That's all I know.
Yeah, I don't know, but I know the song. Yeah. And I was your man. And I can't sing to, I'm trying to think. Yeah, that's a great song. I should have bought you roses or flowers and something like that. Oh, it's a beautiful song.
Yeah, something like that. You'll be seeing that on Valentine's Day, then you'll have positive change. So you're going to have somebody that's going to hold your hand and give you flowers.
And what do you have something special that's coming up for Valentine's Day that do you think you can, help and our listeners here could benefit from?
Well, I got a little annex to our website, and it's gonna be up in about uh well by the end of this weekend, and it's my own website, and it's called A Date with a Dummy at gmail.com. But it's a date with a dummy. A date with a dummy, because everybody may have had a date with a dummy before. some of us marry them, but yeah, right. Okay. But yeah, we do if we're old enough. Some, yeah, that's right. But that's the name of my website. And then you can take and email me questions, or fill out the information there, and we can talk more about hypnosis with the dummy.
I'm loving that.
Yeah.
Amazing. And let's just remind our listeners today of who we're talking to and how we can reach out to if we do have any questions before we continue.
Yeah.
And if you need a drink too, Willie, go ahead. Feel free.
Okay. All right. Terry?
Oh, my name is Terry Scrivner, and I'm a clinical hypnotherapist at Hypnosis and You, along with Michelle and Willie.
And I'm Michelle Snider, and I'm a clinical hypnotherapist. And Willie is our one of our extra modalities that we get to use there at hypnosisandyou.com. And our number is 859-583-6754. It's not just a call to have a good time, but you can have a good time when you call. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Great. Now, do you use the same process to help all your clients, or is it different every time?
Oh, it's different every time.
Okay.
All of our clients, actually, there's not one thing, Jill, that Terry or I do that, even with Willie, we take and go personal. We find out the exact things that are bugging that client or that are holding them back, finding out triggers, not what everybody else thinks, because there's nobody that you're going to believe more about change than your actual self. So when we ask you those questions, yeah, in the cognitive, what's that called, Terry?
Cognitive.
Cognitive, yeah, okay. In that cognitive part, yeah. Then we help you with changing it and putting that in your audio. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, we do different modalities just to kind of give you an idea. Would that be okay if I shared that part, Willie? Yeah, go ahead. I'll get a drink. All right. Different things that we use, like Paris window. We may use EFT, which is like a tapping to help through your whole body to break patterns. Springboard. Let's see, corrective therapy is another one. And we help them with like self-improvement and kind of like a drop-down menu for that. So it's well over 100 different things, different ways or tools that we use. More than that, Ericksonian. Let's see. What's a drop-down menu of those things? Like it would be like grief and loss, and then under grief and loss would be, let's say lose their dog or their cat. Well, we help them with that. Yeah. Or a job. We help them with if they've lost a job or a family member or even a breakup. No, we don't want to say that on Valentine's Day. No, we would like to see everybody be with somebody that they love and loves them, right? Yeah. Not you.
I agree. I'm teary-eyed over here. It's beautiful, right? It doesn't have to be someone that you're romantically involved with. It could be a friend. It could be a family member. It could be a pet. It could be your best friend from school. It could even be an imaginary friend, right?
Exactly. Absolutely.
They all have someone.
Yes. And as far as we also help with law of attraction, things that you want. Like your career, you want the most amazing career, like being a dummy like me. Well, okay, that's good too. I love that. Maybe wanting to attract the right college or the school or goals, your successes, those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Help with that. Anything you want to attract. Money, money, money. Send me the money.
Show me the money. Send me
Oh,
the
show me the money. Show
Yeah.
me the money. Yeah. Yep. So different things like that we do, and with the modalities, we use NLP, imagery. Imagery is a beautiful thing. Terry, is there anything you want to add with this about the different things? Maybe one of your favorites that you love to use?
One of my favorites is the relationships. And with Valentine's Day, like you said, it doesn't always have to be couples. It could be that one person looking for that special someone. And we also work with them. Each one comes to us with a different, their own set of needs or wants.
Aw.
Yeah, it's like, and we do inner child, which I love that one. Yeah, but it can be, inner child can also be very freeing. And let's see, we help with their abuse, and what we do is we don't go to that trauma part. We take and we have them talk about the ways that they want to be and want to feel instead, and then we help them get to that place within themselves. Well, that's deep. Yeah, that is deep. Yeah, we help with habits, breakdown of habits. Smoking, I couldn't do smoking because you know what would happen with me. I'm made out of wood, and you know what happens with wood and fire. Come on, fire. Not like that. Yeah. So we break those things down. And another thing that we help with also is weight loss, well, all kinds of stuff, but just they have a breakdown of tiers. Like weight loss, there's reasons why we do the things we do. And that's amazing thing that, and with relationships, when we're reaching out, we're looking sometimes same pattern. You ever seen a guy that has a girlfriend? He's had like 6 and they all look the same. Yeah. Well, we help them with that because somewhere along the line, and it ain't just guys, it's girls too, it's any of this same kind of dog. If we take a dog, seems like we go with the same kind of dog, not the same, Willie, not the same. It's not, no. Well, I thought it would, no. Anyways, we go and there's patterns, and maybe it's something that you were brought up with, or a belief. We help with beliefs, that you might have been told something when you were younger, and so that's because you do it because you're told. And then when you get older, you find out that what's happening in life and what's happened in the past, those two, the beliefs and the truth or the facts, don't line up with the belief.
Got it.
So we do help with that. Yes, we do. Yeah.
Wonderful. What else, Willie, did you want to share?
Oh my goodness. I can't believe I've had the microphone this long.
I know, but we still got 3 minutes left. So what else did you want to share?
Oh man. I know one time that we was at we when I was younger, they're starting out this far, I knew hypnosis was what it is, right? Because we learned that what we were doing was taken, and we've been doing that for years, where you're so super focused on something that nothing else matters around. Yeah, and that's why when people they're so mesmerized when they get caught up, and then they're looking around, they think, oh my God, oh my goodness, I got all caught up with that, and so you're in hypnosis, because that's really what hypnosis is being super hyper focused, so that you're on one thing right in the middle of the target. Yeah. sometimes I'm the target. But it's a good thing, right?
Great.
Okay.
Well, thank you for being here today and for enlightening us all. And would you mind, I guess, in closing, what else did you want to add before we go? And then just remind us how we can reach out to you and Michelle and to Terry, if you don't mind.
Okay, you can reach us at hypnosisandU.com. That's YOU, .com. And 859-583-6754. Yeah. Call us and we'll help you with what you're needing to do better or less.
Perfect. Thank you. And one more time, the website?
Terry?
HypnosisandU.com. And in a few days, Willie will have his website, which is adatewithadummy.com.
Beautiful. And thank you again for making us feel better about Valentine's Day. Looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, everyone, have a fantastic day. And let's see, next week will we speaking next week too, Willie?
Yes.
All right, good. Well,
yeah,
have a fantastic Valentine's Day. I can't wait to hear about it, okay?
Okay, yeah. All right.
Thank you all. Have a great one. Bye-bye.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcast on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.